Welcome to the X Generation Fishing Report 2018 fishing season. We're just starting this off here in March. We got a new episode every week starting March. It's going to be on the YouTube channel, so please subscribe, and you will see great footage and videos of us catching fish and see what's going on out there, guys. So stay tuned for our weekly basis.
Welcome to your X Generation Fishing Report, Inshore Report of the Week. Today I'm joined with Captain Danny Barrow. Captain Danny, I made a trip this past weekend up to Titusville to fish an inshore tournament. It was for the UCF Fishing Club. They had a tournament up there. Tell you what, you told me about it before, and I didn't think it was as vast and as beautiful as it is up in Titusville.
So big.
So we fished the flats up in Titusville. Down here are flats. You can see from one end of the flat to the other. You go up to Titusville and fish these flats. These boys have it so dialed in. They're fishing these little boats, these little flat boats. You're talking, you go from 7 feet of water right into a foot
That deep, that quick.
of water. So we're fishing redfish and trout.
Nice.
We spot a lot of the redfish out there. And I'm telling you guys, for how shallow the water is, you can see those redfish making the wave coming at your
You see them pushing, dude. You know I'm on. Then you know you're in.
You know you're on them. So a couple little things. The inshore report is great. Great redfish up there. Great snook. Snook bite. We did have a little snook bite too. Little snook.
There's some little snooks.
Little snook up there. But it was a great redfish bite. It was also a great early morning trout bite. Early morning.
That's it. This time it was heating up, warming up, I'm sure.
Yep. So we have to, I'm so used to fishing down here. I've fished with you here before. I know my style up there. I had to adapt to this style up there.
You're fishing shallow water. You got everything lighter.
Shallow water. So
no quarter ounce, 1/8 ounce, 1/16 ounce.
1/8
Everything
ounce,
is
16
lighter.
1/8 ounce, 16
smaller.
ounce. Absolutely, everything's smaller. So I'm going to show you a couple things.
Is it shallower than your personality?
Shallower than yours, Andy.
That's pretty mucky,
So that's
dude.
pretty mucky.
Woo!
It got real. They like to say up there where the water gets real.
Now that we're short for time.
Looks like they're gonna have to cut their report short.
Yeah, we'll shorten them up some.
So you size down your gear a lot. You size down what you use a lot up there. But the redfish bite, it was hard to get the redfish to chew. The trout, they hit top water. It was incredible, Danny. Watching these trout explode on that top water.
The flats up there are so vast. There's so many trout. And they're not all monsters, but there are some donkey-sized trout up there.
We had a nice fat trout up there, 19.5 inches. But she was fat.
Oh yeah,
really
that's
nice
good
trout.
fish.
And we practice conservation, catch and release, revive them, put them back in the water, let them get a little bigger so I can come back next year and catch you when you
What were you throwing at them?
So what we're throwing at them, I got a little challenge.
You got some goodies out.
Got some goodies. So I sized my gear down a lot. I threw a skidder walk for a while with some top water. My friend had a lot more luck on throwing my lure up there. Took it out of my tackle box. Let's go right ahead,
That's usually how it happens.
Come on your boat, sure. You can
Hey dude, can I use this? Yeah, it's my favorite color. Go ahead.
Go right ahead.
Crush the fish while I'm standing there looking stupid.
So you size your gear down to something smaller, like a junior spook. Trout color, really nice. It throws off a lot of color. But the soft plastics are a big thing up there. They do have a lot of grass on the bottom there. So you do fish down to an 1/8 or a 16 ounce jig head, about like that. And it's simple. You rig it through the nose. Some people measure it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all a feel thing. You'll look at it, you know.
Get it in there.
It's hard to go wrong when you're rigging stuff like this. I mean, you can. You want it to look as natural and perfect as possible.
And then you get your jig head in there like that. And
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
Slow hopping it slow.
Slow
Try
hop.
not to scare fish.
I like to bounce mine off the bottom and work the table, and if I get them right, keep it maybe about 2 inches off the bottom, because you're talking...
Little teeny hops, because it's not real deep.
No, not real
If you
deep.
hit that thing real hard, you're going to spook the reds. The redfish will spook. You throw that thing too hard, let it hit the water, it's going to scare them.
But, so there's a lot of grass up there. Captain Benny is going to show you another way you can rig these baits also, different color.
Big time. Well, pearl, like with me. Look, no matter where I go, when I break out soft plastics, 90% of the time, the first thing I pull out, Devin, is pearl color.
That's why I brought the pearl up.
I know up there they fish a lot of DOA. I fish all DOA. Somebody came in today and bought. Somebody emptied the rack on your DOA here today. They got to restock these. But anyway, I got the same. It's a 5-inch soft plastic jerkbait. And Owner Hooks makes these hooks.
Twist lock.
It's got this twist lock in it. and you see that pin, it's called a center pin, is the system, and you just stick the pin into the bait, and you can twist one or the other. I usually just twist the bait. The bait will twist right onto the hook, and then you get it where you need it, and where there's the belly split open like this is where you want to take that hook and send it up. See, I twisted it on too far. It's got to be right, or they won't sit right. And then you take your finger where the hook is, and you follow back and pop this thing through. This is not a DOA bait. It's a little different, and I shouldn't be saying that because it's harder for me to rig it, but you want it to sit straight, just like that. Now you're weedless. You can almost weedless. You can take these things and work them around that grass.
That for the trout is a killer bait.
You take these things, you throw them out there, it hits the water, let it sink down about that far, and just go twitch, twitch, reel up, slap. Twitch, twitch, and these baits just jerk around like this and do all kinds of freaky jerking around. If it's real grassy, you can take the rubber worm, you learn this when the bass guys are rubber worm fishing. You take that rubber and just push it a little forward, the soft plastic, and pull out like this, and you can take the tip of that hook and just barely bury it in that rubber, in the back of the soft plastic, and now it's weedless. And if a fish does hit it, if I take my finger right now and jerk, it would set the hook into my finger. There's your for trout. So you guys got on the trout using this stuff?
We got on the trout actually top water, but we did get a couple misses on this. Yeah. Couple misses.
Another thing you can do is when the top water bite gets slow, when it gets in the morning, when it heats up and those trout go deeper, that's when you break stuff like this out, because you can let it sink down in the water column, and instead of the jig head, it sinks slower. This is going to sink slower. This is going to hit the water loud, it's going to sink quick and hit the bottom, and it's made for bouncing the bottom. This hits the water soft, it sinks slow, and you can let it sink down in the water column and twitch it down deeper.
And if you're working the bigger flats that need a little distance and deeper water, they do make them in
the banana, we call them the banana weights on the owner hooks like this. It's this same hook, only it's got a, probably, what is it, 3/30 seconds?
Maybe 30 seconds at the most. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is, 3/30 seconds of weight built onto the hook to get a little more distance if it's windy out, and to get that bait to sink down a little quicker into your water column.
So that's your
dude. You're all over.
That's your offshore report of the week. The hot fish up north, at least, is the redfish and the trout. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Welcome to xgen03 Fishing Report. This is your offshore report today with Devin and Mike. Mike, nice to see you again.
Yes, sir.
So, what's going on offshore?
Actually, this weekend I fished a little bit this weekend. We went bait fishing, and then we just put a couple out to see what's going on. We got in a matter of 2 hours, we got 2 sailfish, 2 kingfish, and 2 sharks.
So the sailfish are still here, and Andy's favorite fish to fish for, the sharks, they're coming back in full swing.
Man, honestly, the sharks right now, north of Palm Beach, are like they are during the middle of summer. You caught a kingfish and the sharks were on it within like 30 seconds. It was that bad.
Well, on that though, it is that time of the year the blacktips do migrate, right? And you get those bigger sharks, they do fall behind. You get the bigger hammerheads.
Right.
The bull sharks, they're coming into spawn in the season, so they're getting fed up, they're getting hungry, they're getting nice and fat. So it is that. It makes for the perfect storm this time of year with the kingfish moving in. I did get a great kingfish report from up north.
Right.
Not big kingfish.
No.
But sizable kingfish in the 20s and 30s. Not your big tournament kingfish, but still great fish. And we talked about that a few weeks ago.
Right.
That's the premium size if you want kingfish.
Yeah.
But on that, the sharks are moving in. It's just the nature of the beast this time of year.
Yeah, and we got dolphin too. And there was quite a few dolphin caught this weekend, quite a few.
Oh, wow.
The dolphin could almost have been the hot fish.
So it's kind of odd though. This year the dolphin in the wintertime, they didn't really slow down like we normally saw. We had a great year last year.
Right.
The dolphin are still biting, and dolphin is only going to get better and better and better as the summer comes in.
Yep.
What other things you see out there?
Well, that was it for us. I mean, that's all we did. There's a lot of bait around right now, out of Palm Beach mostly. There's in the Intercoastal, I'm sure Captain Danny will tell you, there was there's the mullet are around, the medium-sized mullet. There's quite a few of them around in the coastal. So
I can save that to the inshore report.
right,
Save that to the
but
inshore.
on the offshore side, you know, you can cast net 6 of them and go out and do your thing with them.
Absolutely.
I mean, everything likes a mullet, especially wahoo, which is
Yeah.
the next thing we were going to talk about.
Don't be afraid with those mullet, you know, there's good tricks with them. They do try to swim through the boat, so I like to put mine in the water with the boat still in gear, feed that mullet out.
Right.
If I'm fishing them live, feed
Yep.
that mullet out, get it away from the boat as far away as possible. Between that and a blue runner, I like to keep those out of my distance. I'll
Right.
keep my blue runner down and my mullet swimming on top.
Yep. And so for wahoo, I love using mullet. Mullet are one of the top baits for live bait for
Yeah,
wahoo.
the mullet, wow.
I use them a lot. Actually, this is my mullet report coming in.
The mullet report's coming in.
No, but live bait for mullet, you can use them just like everything else. Put one on the downrigger, put one out long. You know, not a great bait for the prop wash, but you know.
Yeah, because they do tend to swim into the boat.
Yeah, if you have to, speed the boat up for like, 10 seconds. Just
Weather predictions for this weekend, Mike? Not looking good, does it?
no, not really, and it's complicated. So Friday, it's 15 to 20 knots,
It's like a mat ball?
5 to 7 feet. It's It's like a complicated relationship.
Right.
So 15 to 20 knots, 5 to 7 feet, occasional 9, and Saturday is a little worse, and Sunday 20, 25 knots, seas up to 13 feet. What it's going to be is, as Captain Danny and I were talking about earlier, just amongst ourselves, is it's a big swell coming in. It's one of my neighbors is a surfer guy, lifeguard, and he's saying he said you got to go to the beach and watch this. That's what he was saying. He said the swell's going to be big, it's going to be clean, and it's going to be beautiful. And he was telling me that if you don't surf, just go watch the waves. It's going to be a lot of fun. What that also means is, if you're trying to go out of Boca or Boynton Inlet, I would not even recommend doing it. It's going to be very, very tough, if not impossible, to get out of Boca or Boynton Inlet. You want to go out of Palm Beach Inlet if you're going to try it all. Palm Beach Inlet is not going to be breaking waves, but Boca and Boynton, the waves are going to be breaking. There's going to be people surfing into Boynton Inlet pretty much.
So that means we're not going sword fishing?
No, not me. You can go. But
So basically, nobody's really going to be going fishing.
no, just go to the beach and watch the waves. This doesn't happen often.
Well, not only that, I mean, the beach fishing might be pretty good then. If you got that, they got the swells coming in, breaking in. You also have, the inshore, like Devin and Danny were talking about. I mean, the inshore report's good, so let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
Apparently it's not going to be an offshore thing this weekend.
Now, I mean, Palm Beach, if you can go to Palm Beach, so my predictions are, if you can go out, I believe with these north winds, it's going to get the sailfish chewing again, big time. And, these sailfish are going to be on top, pushing bait again. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Dolphin bite might get hot again. We're on the backside of the moon. The wahoo might be biting. I have fished in swells like this and have done actually pretty well with wahoo. So a lot of people think the swell kills the bite.
It's just harder to fish in, basically.
Yeah, but I believe the sailfish bite is going to be incredible. If you can get out there, put some kites out, some live bait, you're going to have a nice mixed bag.
Mike, you think Andy's going to go out on his Hatteras this weekend? We can get him to go out. We'll help him with the diesel bill.
Yeah.
We can do that. Well, I'll pitch in. Let's go. Let's go on the Andy's. Andy got a brand new sport fishing boat. It's like $1 million. And, that's why stuff's getting so expensive in here.
Yeah, right.
No, we call his little skiff a sport fishing boat.
Well, it's a boat.
Yeah, it's a boat.
That doesn't run because it's been sitting too long.
But
anyway,
that's my. Those are my predictions. If you're not going to go out, go look at the beach.
yeah. So
Sunday's the day to go look at the beach.
So offshore fishing looks for the most part out of the question for most people.
Right.
There's those few that are brave and bold that are actually going to do it. But anyway, we'd like to thank you for watching our first season here, the X Generation Fishing Report, and we'll see you next week. We got a great debate for you. We're going to start the debate next week. We're going to start name the species next week, and all this. So make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode.
Yep. We'd like to thank our sponsors, JCAM Lures, WRPDI TV, Silver Lining Charters with Danny Barrow, xgen03, and Exit Realty with Devin.
And support your local tackle stores. We'll see you next week.
There's a sailfish coming in right here. Purple's almost.
Elegant, fresh.
I'm Chris Everett, and you're watching WRPB.
You got it.
TV.
ITV, but you were close enough.
ITV, wait. RPB.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Chris Everett, and you're watching RPB. ITV.
Oh, you're close enough.
Oh, hi, Chris Everett. Hi, I'm Chris Everett. You're watching WRPB. TV.
Thank you, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris Everett. You're watching WRPV. ITV.
All right, go. You have so much to do. Thank you so much, Chris.
Okay, you're
Bye.
welcome.
Hi, I'm John Lovitz. You're watching WRPB ITV
Yeah, it took you 2 times.
in Florida.
John, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure.
Hi, I'm Kevin McKidd, and you're watching WRPBI TV.
I think it's human nature to want to explore. To find your line and go beyond it.
Is the one you set yourself.
Wow, what was I thinking? This hurts. Oh no, girls. Keep it cool, eye contact. They see me. They see me. Ow, 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 ow.
Look, he's getting a mommy tattoo.
Ow, ow, ow. Am I crying? I'm not crying. Am I crying?
Sweating on the inside? Handle it on the outside with new Speed Stick Power.
I love her so much.
Aww.
Speed Stick, don't sweat it, handle it.